Hi students, this is Srinivas, Department of Botany. This video was shooted with cell phone camera. So I request you to use your earphones. In the previous class, I discussed about zoophily. Now I am going to explain about outbreeding devices. Outbreeding devices are contrivances of cross-pollination or adaptations of cross-pollination. That means outbreeding means cross-pollination. In what purpose the plants perform cross-pollination? That means outbreeding devices are also called contrivances of cross-pollination, also called adaptations of cross-pollination. Plants produce unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Unisexual flowers means the flower is having only one sex organ, that is either androecium or gynoecium. These unisexual flowers are of two types. If the flower is having only androecium and no gynoecium, it is called male flower, also called staminate flower. If a flower is having only gynoecium and no androecium, it is called female flower or pistillate flower. The plants produce both unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Majority of plants produce bisexual flowers, not unisexual flowers. Majority of plants produce bisexual flowers. Bisexual flowers are also called hermaphrodite flowers. What are they? Hermaphrodite flowers. Hermaphrodite flowers means bisexual flowers. Majority of flowering plants produce hermaphrodite flowers. Hermaphrodite flowers means bisexual flowers. Bisexual means a flower is having both the sex organs, both androecium and gynoecium. If the plant undergoes repeated self-pollination, if the plant undergoes repeated autogamy, it results in inbreeding depression. What is that? Inbreeding depression. So continued self-pollination, continued autogamy results in inbreeding depression. That means the good characters in the plant goes on decreasing. That is so called inbreeding depression. Flowering plants have developed many devices to discourage self-pollination, to encourage cross-pollination. That means majority of plants always like to perform cross-pollination rather than self-pollination. That means to discourage self-pollination, to encourage cross-pollination. Self-pollination is also called autogamy. Cross-pollination is also called allogamy. Which pollination is much easier? Easier pollination is self-pollination. Which pollination has more advantages? That means we have to say cross-pollination. Which pollination has more advantages? That is cross-pollination. That means some plants may perform self-pollination, some plants may perform cross-pollination. Overall, the self-pollinated plants in our NCERT syllabus, there are three plants, that is Pisum, that is pea plant, Lathyrus, these two belongs to family Fabaceae, and Nicotiana tabacum, that is commonly called tobacco, which belongs to family Solanaceae. So these three plants are self-pollinated plants which are included in our NCERT syllabus. This point will come under reproduction in organisms. That is chapter 1 in class 12. Self-pollinated plants are Pisum, Lathyrus, Nicotiana. Remaining all other plants perform cross-pollination. What are the different types of outbreeding devices? Outbreeding devices types. One is called dichogamy, second one is called hercogamy, third one is called heterostyle, fourth one self-incompatibility, also called self-sterility, fifth one and the last one dicliny, also called unisexuality. Again I am going to repeat: dichogamy, hercogamy, heterostyle, self-incompatibility, dicliny. Of these, which one acts as a time barrier? Time barrier means we have to say dichogamy. Which one acts as a physical barrier means we have to say hercogamy. Which one is the best contrivance? Best contrivance for cross pollination or 100% cross pollination is we have to say dicliny, isn't it? So I want to explain one by one. So once again go through these notes. In 5 types of outbreeding devices, first one is dichogamy. What is dichogamy? Andrecium and gynoecium mature at different timings. Or in other words, pollen release and stigma receptivity are not synchronized. What does it mean synchronized? Synchronizing means same time. Not synchronized means not same timings. That means at different timings. So that is pollen release and stigma receptivity are at different timings, are not synchronized. This is so called dichogamy. That means it is of 2 types. Dichogamy is of 2 types. One is called protandry, second one is called protogyny. See this one, protandry. Pro means first, andry means andrecium. That means which sex organ matures first? Andrecium matures first. Pro means first, andry means andrecium. Andrecium matures earlier than gynoecium. Andrecium matures earlier than gynoecium. Or in other words, pollen is released before the stigma becomes receptive. Which one is maturing first? Pollen is releasing first. That is male part matures first rather than female part. Pollen is released before the stigma becomes receptive. In other words, andrecium matures earlier than gynoecium. This condition occurs in majority of plants, that is Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae. Next one, protogyny. Proto means first, gyne means gynoecium. That is gynoecium matures first. That is gynoecium matures earlier than andrecium. Gynoecium matures earlier than andrecium. Or in other words, stigma becomes receptive much before the release of pollen. That means which organ matures first? Stigma becomes receptive. This is the first. And later pollen grains will release. So for protogyny, what are the examples? Solanum, Datura, Colchicum. try to remember the examples of protogamy. No need to remember the examples of protandry. Why? Because protogamy examples, these three: Solanum, Datura, Colchicum. These two plants belongs to Solanaceae. Colchicum belongs to family Liliaceae. So, though the two sex organs are present, that is, structurally these are bisexual flowers, but functionally these are unisexual flowers. So that means structurally bisexual flowers, but functionally unisexual flowers is dichogamy. Or in other words, they may ask like this: morphologically complete flowers, but physiologically incomplete flowers. What is that outbreeding device? Dichogamy only. What is meant by complete flowers? If the flower is having four floral parts: calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, that is so called a complete flower. If any one of the four whorls is absent, that is so called incomplete flower. Complete flower means all the four floral parts are present. If any one of the four floral part is absent, if any one of the four floral parts is absent, any one is absent, it will be called incomplete flower. And second outbreeding device is hercogamy. Hercogamy, that is, androecium and gynoecium are at different levels, are at different positions. So try to remember, androecium and gynoecium are at different timings means dichogamy. Androecium and gynoecium are at different levels means hercogamy. Levels or positions, that means hercogamy. That is examples: hibiscus gloriosa. This is the diagram of hibiscus flower, and this is the style, and these are the stigmas, and these are the stamens. Number of stamens in hibiscus flower, many stamens. Which are at higher level? Stigmas are at higher level. Which are at lower level? Stamens are at lower level. So stigmas are at higher level than the stamens. Stigmas are at higher level than androecium. Number of stigmas in hibiscus, 5. Number of carpels in hibiscus, 5. This is the diagram of gloriosa. These are called the perianth. This is the gynoecium, and these are the stamens. That is, androecium and gynoecium are in opposite direction. Opposite direction in gloriosa. So try to remember these two. Here, what acts as a barrier? Time barrier. Time barrier in dichogamy. Physical barrier in hercogamy. Try to remember, androecium and gynoecium mature at different timings is called dichogamy. Androecium and gynoecium mature at different positions is called hercogamy. Try to remember all these points, but in our textbook these terms are not included in NCERT. Dichogamy, this term is not included in our textbook. Hercogamy, this term also not included in our NCERT syllabus. They said pollen is released before the stigma becomes receptive, or sometimes stigma becomes receptive much before the release of pollen. Like that they have said in the NCERT textbook. Dear students, go through these notes once again, and please note down these points carefully. Now I am going to explain about heterostyle. That is another outbreeding device. Hetero means different. Style means styles. That is styles of flowers of same species are in different heights. Are in different heights. Styles are in different heights. That phenomena is called heterostyle. What are the examples means? Some species. Example, primula. Now look at this figure. This is ovary, style, stigma. These are stamens. This is the style. And this is also primula flower. This is a primula flower. This is also primula flower. These two flowers are belonging to same species. Primula species only. Here ovary, style, stigma. These are stamens. Pollination occurs between anther to stigma, that is anther to stigma. Anther to stigma of same height. Here two flowers are taken. In these two flowers, how many types of styles are present? Long style here, here short style. That means styles of different heights. That is so called heterostyle. Primula is an example for heterostyle. Okay, no doubt. Will it show dichogamy? Yes. What is dichogamy? Mature at different timings. That means here in this flower, gynoecium matures first rather than androecium. In this diagram, stamens mature first rather than gynoecium. That means male and female reproductive parts mature at different timings. This primula is also an example for dichogamy. This primula is also an example of hercogamy. Hercogamy means androecium and gynoecium are present at different levels, different positions. Gynoecium is at higher level, androecium at lower level. So androecium and gynoecium are at different levels or at different positions is called hercogamy. Different styles are present, so heterostyle. So primula is an example of dichogamy, hercogamy, heterostyle, all the above. What we have to write? We have to write all the above. So the examples of heterostyle are also the examples of dichogamy, hercogamy, heterostyle. Did you understand, my dear students? Okay. Another contrivance of outbreeding device is self-incompatibility. Self-incompatibility, also called self-sterility. Self-sterility. Example, abutilon. Example, abutilon. So, look at this figure. See this figure once again. This is the ovary, style and stigma. This is the pollen grain of same flower. That means self-pollen grain. This is the pollen grain of another flower of another plant, of abutilon only. This is the pollen grain of another flower of another plant, abutilon. That means this is the self-pollen grain and this is the foreign pollen grain. Cross pollen, foreign pollen. So this self-pollen grain does not produce pollen tube. Foreign pollen grain produce pollen tube. Which one is able to produce a pollen tube earlier? Foreign pollen grain produces a pollen tube earlier than self-pollen grain. This is so-called self-incompatibility, also called self-sterility. That means self-pollen grains and foreign pollen grains may fall on stigma of same flower, but foreign pollen grains germinate earlier than self-pollen grains. Why does this happens means This is due to genetic adaptation. This is due to genetic adaptation. This is very, very important point, my dear students. Try to listen. Why does this happens means this is a genetical character. That's why it is a genetical adaptation. Whether the self-pollination occurs here? Yes. Pollen grain of self-pollen. That is, self-pollen is able to produce a pollen tube? No. Self-fertilization occurs? No. Cross-pollination occurs? Yes. Foreign pollen grain produces pollen tube? Yes. Cross-fertilization occurs? Yes. So, in Abutilon, self-pollination promotes, see, self-pollination is occurring, but self-fertilization does not occur. Try to remember this point. In Abutilon or in self-incompatibility, self-pollination occurs. Correct. See, self-pollination is occurring. What is pollination? Transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma of same flower is called self-pollination. Also called autogamy. Self-pollination is occurring or not? Yes, self-pollination occurs. But what it prevents? It prevents self-pollen tube germination. It prevents self-fertilization. These points are very, very important, my dear students. See these points. See these points. Self-pollination occurs. Self-pollen germination, that means pollen tube growth of self-pollen grain, does not occur. Self-fertilization does not occur. So that means pollen from same flower or other flowers of same plant do not fertilize. Next, cross-pollination occurs. Cross-pollen germination occurs. Cross-fertilization occurs. Try to remember all these points. Self-pollination occurs. Self-pollination occurs in self-incompatibility. True. But it prevents self-fertilization. Did you understand this point? Self-pollination is occurring, but self-fertilization does not occur. Abutilon never produce fertile pollen. Is it true or false? Never produce fertile pollen. This is the pollen grain of another flower of plant called Abutilon. It produces a pollen tube means it is fertile. That means that statement is false. Abutilon never produce fertile pollen. False. See, this is the pollen grain of another flower of Abutilon. This is a foreign pollen grain able to produce pollen tube. That means it is fertile. So that's why this statement is wrong. Now I am going to explain the last outbreeding contrivance, dicliny, also called unisexuality. Uni means one. Sexuality means sex organ. If a flower is having only one sex organ, those are called unisexual flowers. If a flower is having only androecium and no gynoecium, it is called male flower or staminate flower. If a flower is having only gynoecium and no androecium, those flowers are called female flower, also called pistillate flowers. So production of unisexual flowers is called unisexuality, also called dicliny. It is the best contrivance for cross pollination. Why we are saying best contrivance for cross pollination or 100% cross pollination means there is the presence of unisexual flowers. That means only one sex organ is present. There is no other sex organ in the same flower. That means 100% cross pollination occurs in dicliny or unisexuality flowers. This is also very, very important. So, monoecious plants. What is monoecious plants? Monoecious condition, male flowers and female flowers. See, this is the symbol of male and this is the symbol of female. Male and female flowers are present on same plant. This condition is called monoecious condition. In this, will autogamy occurs? No, does not occur. Autogamy means how many flowers it requires? Only one flower. See, this is a male flower. Male flower means it contains only stamens, no gynoecium. Will in this flower autogamy occurs? No. In this flower autogamy occurs? No. So that means in monoecious conditions autogamy does not occur. Will geitonogamy occur? Geitonogamy means two flowers of same plant. So many people will understand this is autogamy. This is not autogamy. Try to understand, my dear students. Between two flowers of same plant, how many flowers are involved here? Two flowers are involved. When two flowers are involved means we have two flowers of same plant involved means we have to say geitonogamy. Two flowers of separate plants are involved means we have to say xenogamy. One flower involved means we have to say autogamy. So in monoecious condition autogamy never occurs. Will geitonogamy occurs? Between two flowers of same plant. So geitonogamy occurs. Yes. Is there any chance to occur xenogamy? Let us suppose imagine another plant here. From the male flower stamens are released and they may fall on stigma of another flower. There is the presence of chance, release of pollen grain, and they may fall on and they may dust it on stigma. So xenogamy also occur. Next, this is the dioecious condition. That means male and female flowers are present on separate plants. Male and female flowers are present on different plants. This condition is called dioecious condition. In dioecious condition, will autogamy occurs? See, this is the single flower. This is also a single flower. Is the autogamy occurs here? No. That means here only androecium is present. No female sex organ. That means no autogamy occurs. Here only female flower is present. No androecium present. So here also autogamy does not occur. So that is in dioecious plants autogamy does not occur. Geitonogamy does not occur. Geitonogamy also does not occur. But xenogamy occurs. So that means finally what we have to say, monoecious plants. In monoecious plants autogamy is promoted, autogamy is prevented. In monoecious plants autogamy is prevented, geitonogamy and xenogamy are promoted. Isn't it? Yes. In dioecious plants, both autogamy and geitonogamy are prevented. Xenogamy is promoted. Try to remember these points. Examples of monoecious plants means castor, maize, etc. Dioecious plants examples means papaya, vallisneria. Vallisneria, previous class, it comes under, it is an example for epihydrophily. Epihydrophily. So, go through these points once again, my dear students. And now, there will be a numerical problem on dichogamy. Now, I want to explain that problem. Pollen, this is the problem. Pollen grains releasing time. What is the time given? 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Morning 6 a.m. to afternoon 2 p.m. Stigma receptivity, that is 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then total dichogamy hours. That means what they are asking, total dichogamy hours. And then what is the next bit? Total incomplete dichogamy. First of all, we have to know what is dichogamy. Dichogamy means both androecium and gynoecium mature at different timings. So first of all, if we know the dichogamy hours, the remaining thing is incomplete dichogamy. Are you understanding, my dear students? I think you are understanding. Okay, I am going to solve this problem. See what they have given. See, from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. isn't it? So first of all, like this, you have to draw a line. You have to give the numbers. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. That is 6 to 2 completed. Pollen grains releasing time. What is the stigma receptivity time? 11 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. 11 means, so note down like this. This is the pollen grain time. And 11 a.m. to 5. From here 5 up to 5 you have to write. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now mark from 11 to 5. This is stigma receptivity. Stigma receptivity. Now correlate the coincide time. Coincide time means from here to here pollen grains releasing time, here to here stigma receptivity time. So what is the coincide time? This is the coincide time, isn't it? Mark like this. So here pollen grains are releasing, stigma is not receiving. Here also stigma receiving is there, but no pollen grains. So dichogamy means this one and that one. So count the number of hours. From here to here, 1 hour, 2nd hour, 3rd hour, 4th hour, 5th hour. How many hours? From here to here. Once again I am counting. Here to here, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Total how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also you have to count. 1, 2, 3. How many hours? 3. So total 5 plus 3, that is equal to 8 hours. 5 plus 3, that is equal to 8 hours. So dichogamy hours means this one and that one. That is dichogamy hours. Incomplete dichogamy means this one. This one. How many hours it should be? Here to here, 1 hour, 2nd hour, 3rd hour. This should be the self-pollination time. Self-pollination time is 3 hours. So total dichogamy hours is 8 hours. Self-pollination time is 3 hours. So first of all you have to draw the line and pollen grains releasing time and then stigma receiving time. What will be the time coincide? You have to round up like this and count this time and that time. That will be the dichogamy time hours. And what is the coincide means? Count these hours. That will be the not in dichogamy or total incomplete dichogamy hours, 3 hours. Dichogamy hours means 5 plus 3, 8 hours. I think you are understanding, my dear students. I hope that you are reading well. Work hard and we will meet in the next class. Please note down all these points. Okay, thank you.